All right, well, here we are at lesson number 105, God's peace and joy are mine. Uh, and I'm recording this a couple years after Lisa and I have finished. We finished around lesson number 120 or so. And so for some reason we lost lesson number 105. I know we did it, but can't find it. And so here I am. I'm just going to talk you through it. Um, You can have any, if you're doing the yoga along with me, you can have any shape you like that feels healing and helpful. And I'll read a little bit and make some commentary as I go. God's peace and joy are mine. I mean, the title alone, if you really take it to heart, there it is. God's will for us is perfect happiness. Perfect happiness comes from God's peace and joy. We cannot find it on our own. We can't do it ourselves. As hard as we try to author our own life and our own script, it's really impossible. So eventually we surrender to 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 our own desire and replace it with the will of God. So there it is. But in paragraph 1 it says, God's peace and joy are yours. Today we'll accept them, knowing they belong to us. We're entitled to them. And we will try to understand these gifts increase as we receive them. There's the the law of the universe is that which is given away increases. That which is fully accepted increases. They are not like the gifts the world can give, in which the giver loses as he gives the gift. The taker is the richer by his loss. Such are not gifts, but bargains made with guilt. The truly given gift entails no loss. It is impossible that one can gain because another loses. This implies a limit and an insufficiency. Okay, that paragraph is loaded. First of all, in time and space here on planet Earth, when we give a gift, we give it away, it's no longer ours, and there can be a sense of loss. Or as we'll read here going forward, there'll be an expectation that if I give, then there's an expectation that I should at least get a thanks. Hey, you didn't even thank me for that gift. You know, there's always a string attached to an egoically given gift. There's always an expectation for some sort of return, and as it says further down, we ultimately want it repaid with interest. We want, if I give a gift to someone egoically, then I want it repaid and I want to receive a little bit more than what I gave. See, that's the ego's other prevailing axiom is there's never enough, never ever enough. And if God's peace and joy are ours, they've already been given. We just have to get past the resistance, past the fear and the guilt to realize them, realize the gifts and accept them. So gift giving in a world of form is full of of having, of associating our happiness with having something in form, and the bargain that comes, if not consciously, then certainly unconsciously, that comes. Now, there's an entire section in the text that talks about gift giving. I think it came through to Helen during the Christmas period as well, Christmas holidays, and it emphasizes the the notion of giving, that anything given in form is not really a gift at all. So how often do we give a gift, especially during the holidays? Why would the holiday season of gift giving be so intense and so, um, why does it promote so much anxiety during the holidays? It's supposed to be a time of celebration and peace and happiness and calm. But instead, there's all this anxiety around it, and that's because of all the pressure to give a gift and the guilt that comes if I don't give a gift. I often ask myself, what would the holidays look like if there was no guilt? Maybe Christmas itself is the way it's celebrated in form through the gift giving. Maybe it's held up by guilt. We don't need to evaluate it from an outer perspective, but we do need to look at it from an inner perspective. The only true gift given is love itself. So, what would it be like to show up at a celebration or show up during Christmas time bearing no gifts in form, but only giving love, only having loving gestures, loving actions, and loving thoughts, only giving that? Yeah. Well, we might need to take steps toward that, right? But maybe you're inspired to give it a try. But that's ultimately what we're getting at. Now, is gift giving wrong? You know, if I want to give somebody a gift, then I know the truly given gift entails no loss. It is impossible that one can gain because another loses. All right, so that's the test. When you give something, give it fully, no strings attached. If they turn around the next day and throw it in the trash or pass it on to somebody else, who cares? The gift given in the moment has to be true because the reception is felt simultaneously. All right, paragraph 2. No gift is given thus. Such gifts are but a bid for a more valuable return, a loan with interest to be paid in full, a temporary lending. It's not really a gift, it's a lending meant to be a pledge of debt to be repaid with more than was received by him who took the gift. Oh my gosh. If we're really honest, we can look inside and acknowledge that part. We give something to someone wanting more in return, not a true gift. This strange distortion of what giving means pervades all levels of the world you see. It strips all meaning from the gifts you give and leaves you nothing in the ones you take. It leaves us empty. A major learning goal this course has is to reverse your view of giving so you can actually receive. For giving has become a source of fear, and so you would avoid the only means by which you can receive. Did you catch that? Giving is the only means by which we can receive. Oh, well, does that mean I have to give all my stuff away? No, it just doesn't matter. Form can be a reflection of the true giving in our hearts and mind. That's why when we give something, we give it truly as a reflection of the love that we give. And then we feel the love grow within ourselves. That's the key right there. That which is given grows. So, do I want to give hate? No. It'll just grow the hate within me. Do I want to give fear? Do I want to promote anxiety? Do I want to promote guilt or disappointment? No. None of those things, but I can watch myself wanting to choose against them. restrain the gift giving that only builds fear and emptiness inside me, and then wait until I can give fully. Accept God's peace and joy, and you will learn a different way of looking at a gift. God's gift, God's gifts will never lessen when they are given away, but increase thereby. That's the whole key. That is the one. That is the one law of attraction. There's only one. That which is given grows. It doesn't matter what it is. And gifts in form are but a reflection of the energetic gift that we give in heart and mind. As heaven's peace and joy intensify when you accept them as God's gift to you, so does the joy of your Creator grow when you accept His joy and peace as yours. True giving is creation. How about that? Want to find creativity? Give it away. But that's true art. An artist's expression is given. They may charge money for the piece or for the painting when it's done, but creativity comes from God. Creativity comes from the Creator. There's a section in the course on innovation, right? And the difference between innovation and creativity. The ego can be very innovative, but it cannot be creative. So that's why we join. It's our yoga to join with our creative source and then let the creation come through. And the creation is always a gift of peace and joy from the source. It extends the limitless to the unlimited, eternity to timelessness, and love unto itself. It adds to all that is complete already, not in simple terms of adding more, for that implies that it was less before. It adds by letting what cannot contain itself fulfill its aim of giving everything it has away, securing forever for itself. See, it's 100% transparent. There's nothing hidden in true giving. It's super simple. Today, accept God's peace and joy as yours. Let Him complete Himself as He defines completion. You will understand what that you will understand that what completes Him must complete His Son as well. He cannot give through loss. See, what completes Him must complete His Son as well. What is the Father without a Son? Even here on planet Earth, no one can be a father without a son, and a son cannot be a son without a father. They go hand in hand. A little further down in this section, it talks about our brothers and sisters. We can look out on the world and see our brothers and sisters as sons and daughters of God. But in reality, there is only one. Our brothers and sisters that seem to be all around us, of which we seem to be a part, is a reflection of the one thought of God, the one Son. And as you read through the Course, you'll see those words interchanged periodically. Most of the time, the Son is the Christ light. The Son is the creation of the Father. And that's why in the Bible, Jesus talks so much about the Father and I are one. Talks so much about his Father. He even makes the distinction between my Father in heaven and my Father on earth. So as we accept our ultimate role as the Son of the Father, we slip into the gifts that are given naturally, the peace and the joy and the love. Receive his gift of peace and joy today, the last part of paragraph 5, and he will thank you for your gift to him. See, that's thanksgiving. One of the most beautiful words there is, thanksgiving. One and the same. And then it goes into in the practice period for today and seeing the gift of peace and joy in your brother. You must succeed today if you prepare your mind as we suggest. Paragraph 8. For you have let all bars to peace and joy be lifted up, and what is yours can come to you at last. Let it in. So tell yourself, God's peace and joy are mine, and close your eyes a while. Close your eyes a while and let his voice assure you that the words you speak are true. And if we slip down to the very end, we are reminded of this prevailing idea throughout the course that it is through our relationships that we find the gifts of God, that we find what we're truly looking for. It's through our relationships with our brothers and sisters. In fact, the course defines the altar as relationships. The relationships and altar are the same because it's through these relationships that we join, let down our judgments, let down our defenses, and let down our attacks. That we join, and so that's how this lesson closes here. Even when we may be wanting to point our finger and blame and be upset by another, it's saying maybe just for a moment you can let your defenses down and bless your brother thankfully and say, my brother, peace and joy I offer you. See, these are our gifts. Loving creation extends and extends and extends, and thus in extending it grows and increases. Love is always increasing. It's deep within, just bubbling up all the time. And the ego just keeps pushing hard to keep it down. But as we give up our attacks and give up the resistance, it just comes through and it's so beautiful. So the gifts that God gives now become our responsibility to pass them on. That's our job as creations of perfect love. We give the gift and we feel it grow, not as the source, but as part of the creation and the extension of the source. And that's how this closes. My brother, peace and joy I offer you, that I may have God's peace and joy as mine. That's how it works. All right. Thanks for listening. Namaste.